Hi, I'm Alice, and this is Sophie,
Hi.
and we are the co-directors of The Joyful Web. And we are making this video today because we have been having a lot of conversations, recently and since we started the business, about the fact that marketing really needs a makeover. And the reason for that is that we have so many clients coming to us who have been burned by marketing agencies, who are really disillusioned because marketing hasn't worked, who kind of think marketing is a bit of a dirty word and that it's all about manipulation and aggressive tactics and sales. And that could just not be further from how we approach marketing. So we're going to talk to you a bit today about why we believe that traditional model is dead and what we think needs to be best practice in marketing in order to deliver excitement to businesses, excitement to consumers, and overall just make the web a more joyful place, which is what we are all about.
Exactly that. And I think we should start by busting some of the more kind of key myths that people have around marketing, which is it's really expensive. Really does not have to be really expensive for you to be effective. That you have to get it perfect, that you need some kind of flashy, really expensive ad campaign to be noticed. Also, really not true. That you need to spend tons and tons of money on things like programmatic or Google ads to be able to get seen above your competition. And that you need to understand the wizardry that is SEO. And again, while these practices are really important, it's not this dark magic that for a long time it has kind of, digital marketing particularly, has been seen to be. Actually, what marketing is all about is effective communication and really, really understanding who it is that you're talking to, what matters to them, what problems they have, what gets them really, really, really excited in the morning, and how your business or your service and product can somehow enhance that. And actually, that's really, really exciting because, presumably you have your business because you're excited about it. And this is an opportunity to get other people as excited about your business as you are. And actually, the only way to do that is through building really authentic human-to-human connections. And the opposite of that is manipulation and sales tactics. So there you go. It's like the most fundamental human thing is communication. That's how we evolved, and it hasn't changed in all of these millennia. It is still the most important thing for human beings, is to be able to connect and build communities and find a sense of belonging. And that isn't like them and us, with businesses being over here in this kind of higher realm. It's all of us together connecting and working together to make, hopefully, the world a better place.
And when you think about the most successful businesses in terms of marketing, in terms of their online presence, they're the businesses that really do speak the language of their customers. They speak to their customers in the way their customers want to be spoken to. They offer within their products and services exactly what their customers want. And they deliver genuine value in terms of not only their product and services, but also in all of their content and their engagements. So some of the most successful strategies that we've put together for clients involve really, really, really digging into what their customers want, how we can support them, how we can add value to them and enhance their lives. If that's a B2B service, and again, B2B marketing has a real reputation of being boring, but what you've got to remember there is that even though you're talking business to business, you are still talking human to human. If you are talking to people who are doing a certain job, how can you use your knowledge to help them make their job easier? What can you add to them in that way that's going to keep them coming back to you to hear what you have to say because they really genuinely value it?
And actually, that's a really good point, because in an essence, with communication, that is what the point of marketing is to provide a solution, is to give somebody some information that will make their life or their job or, whatever better. And it really, really is as simple as that. and just speaking to what matters to those people. And once you get that right, the rest of it just flows because you're talking to your people, and that connection becomes loyal customers who become advocates, who, you know, share their experiences. Because as we all know, like, great customer service, particularly in times like this, absolutely can make a huge difference to someone's mood. Like, it can leave you feeling like, oh, I feel seen and heard now, even if it is a business that, you know, doesn't necessarily have a face.
And it's true that, you know, tactics are important. It is important that, you know, you do follow best practice for SEO so that the people you're trying to reach can actually find you, you know, that you do use social media effectively to give yourself the best chance of reaching people. But those tactics on their own are meaningless if they're not backed up by a foundation of genuinely knowing what you're here for, what you care about, what you want to put out into the world, what your customers care about, and how you're going to speak to them. And the analogy that I always use again and again, which I really love, is like,
loves an analogy.
Love an analogy. So the analogy I always use about spending money on all of these marketing tactics when you don't have the foundations in place is like, you are organizing a party and you spend absolutely all of your money on trying to get people to your party. So putting adverts out, printing off flyers, going out into the street, talking to people, saying to people, come to my party, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be amazing, you're definitely going to want to come to this party. And then you realize that you've spent all of your money and all of your time on that, and you don't actually have the time or the money to create a really good party. So what happens is all of these people show up and you've got nothing. You've got no drink, you've got no food, you've got no decorations, your house is a mess. And they're like, oh, well, all of this big shiny stuff told me to come to this party, and now I've come and it's pretty rubbish. So I'm not going to go to one of their parties again. Whereas what you want to do is you want to flip it, and you want to spend that money, first of all, getting everything in place so that when you then go out and you put all your tactics in place to get people to come to you, you have got something worth finding.
And that all starts with really, really getting clear on what your values are as a business, and what your purpose is, what you're out for, and how that, in its kind of most passionate, purest sense, will excite someone else. And it's that kind of combining of a business's values with an individual's values that really are, you know, we're seeing more and more that really are building very successful brands. So once you get that bit right, the rest of it will kind of flow. So, you know, for us, this is a really exciting opportunity, and also something that we've been talking about even long before Alice and I met and started the business. It's just the importance of having conversations with your audience and using what they care about to direct your marketing strategy, and even more than that, to direct your business and what services and products you provide and how you provide them, and constantly having that process of feedback where you're evolving based on what people actually want and need, and not just what you're assuming they want and need. So, you know, marketing does need a makeover, but there's so much opportunity to build really, really important connections between businesses and consumers. And I think that's something that we can absolutely celebrate. And if we can change that sort of dirty approach to marketing, or not even approach, you know, more about the mentality, the expectation businesses might have of marketing, if we can switch that and make it just about like the most exciting experience of communication and connection, then marketing's no longer going to be a dirty word. And I don't have to go, I work in marketing, but not really. Which is a really good conversation starter at a networking event.
Yeah, that feels like the perfect note to end on. So yeah, if you like what we say and you want to have a chat to us about your marketing, hit us up.
Get in touch. Bye.